Hi everyone, Tony from Fly Sky Drones UK. Hope you're all well. Depending if it's daytime, nighttime, depending where you are in the world. Today's video is only to be about Greenham Common. It's near Newbury, between Newbury and Thatcham. It used to be a base for nuclear bombs, but thank God all of that's gone. It's been used for a few film locations. Fast and Furious 9, one of the Star Wars movies, because there is some photos online. If you go online, you can see photos of the actual ships sitting on the ground. So they are, it's really cool photos. So they are. It's now basically back into common land where locals can use it for doing walks with the dogs, running. People have been in there with the horses. Got a nice cafe now as well, so they have in the control tower. There's but you'll see some of the information. I've done a little video with some information. Hopefully you enjoy it. Oh, it's there's no flight restrictions, which is really funny seeing as it used to be an airbase, because some of them you go that are not air bases anymore, they still got restrictions on them. Why, I don't know, but this one here has none. I'll show you some photos from Drone Assist to let you know that no fly zones whatsoever. Hope you enjoy. Yeah, so as you can see, this is Drone Assist. There's absolutely no restrictions whatsoever. As I said earlier, it's a bit odd since still counted as RAF Greenham Common, but no restrictions, so all good to fly here. The one thing I would say is they have bird nesting on the ground here during certain parts of the year. I definitely wouldn't fly there because it wouldn't be fair. Yeah, they held some open tours over Saturday and Sunday. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go. I would like to go on inside there because it must be quite a sight. I've seen some photographs of it. Some of the doors, it's unbelievable how thick they are. You think, how do they open them? But yeah, this is not far from Newbury, between Newbury and Thatcham, so it is. Really popular for dog walkers as well, because where the runway used to be, it's been all put back to common land, so it has. You will see some cows roaming around it, and some ponies and horses as well. But people go there with their dogs, go for a run as well. I think if you run round the runway, where it used to be the runway, it's about 6 miles long, so it is. But a couple of good lakes as well, man-made lakes for the dogs to go swimming in. I don't know how they managed it, but there's some fish in there as well. Someone must have put them in themselves. There are 6 silos here, but if you go, I didn't do it, but if the video went on round to the left, there's a few other ones that aren't the main ones like this. It's funny what a drop of rain will do as well. When I came here in the summertime, all that grass was burnt, parched, so there was no grass at all. So we've had a few showers, and it seems to have come back to life again. What you can see in the background is all like a big storage area. They use that for the cars. I was told years ago that people used to store their expensive cars actually in some of these bunkers. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. This evening I'm using the Mini 3 Pro, because at this time in the evening I'm in such a big open place that there's no one near me, and at this time in the evening most of the dog walkers are going home, because before long it gets pretty dark around here, so it does. Not that you can see it at the minute, but you will later on in the video. If I kept flying straight over those trees, they've got the fire plane, which isn't that far away. But when it gets into the video later on, I'll explain more about it. So basically, I'm going up now and trying to give a view of the actual runway, where the runway used to be. Those buildings in front is an industrial park. I think they do some sort of food manufacturing there, because if you come past there some mornings, you smell really strong smell of curry. Don't know what all those ambulances, and they were like ambulance taxis just there on the bottom of the picture. It must be somewhere new for them to store them. But yeah, just over to the, going to the right hand corner is the control tower. Again, I'll show you some footage of that later on. Straight in front of the, up in the top of the screen is Newbury Racecourse. There's a golf course over there as well somewhere. I think you're just about to see what I basically come up here for this evening. Yep, there it is. I came for the sunset. I have been up here sometimes for the sunrise. It's quite a sight, so it is. Especially when there's no one around, it's peace and quiet. But quite a view, so it is. Strange to think that there should be nuclear bombs inside these things. We live in a different world, well, sort of a different world now. So this is what I was on about earlier on, the fire plane. It was basically there for them when they were doing their training. Apparently they used to put dummies and everything in it, and they would put fuel all over it, and there is like you can see there's a base around that whole thing where they flooded it with fuel, where the rain's in now, and they would put dummies in it, and that's where they did all their practicing when it was on fire. I don't think the video really shows this, but it's quite big, so it is. And with all that rust that's on it, I wonder how long it'll be that it'll actually be in place. some naughty graffiti. I've actually sat on top of that in one of my other videos. The photos you're about to see in a minute is photos that I've taken earlier in the year. I got them published as well. So basically, I think that was around about June. But the sun was coming up from that side. Made the sky look as if it was on fire. And this is the control tower. This is really cool, so it is. You can go up into the control tower, and it's like a museum now, and you walk around in all different stations on it. It tells you the history of the actual common now, and when it was an RAF base. But some flags there to the right. It was to do with one of the practice planes when they were doing the stuff in the war. And it was like a glider plane. It crashed, so it did. It just crashed actually over to the right-hand corner. And all the soldiers on board were all killed. The control tower now, the bottom part of it, it's actually a cafe, so it is. And it's dog-friendly if you want to go up there with your dogs. They're what I call teas, coffees, sandwiches, very nice cakes. So Liz told me, my wife. But hot sausage rolls and pastries as well. Very friendly staff. I think they're all volunteers. But they do a fabulous job, so they do. Oh, and it's free to go into the control tower. There's no charge, you just walk up. There's usually some volunteers in there with fantastic information as well. They let you know about all the history from the ladies who were outside the fence protesting. Oh, in the background there as well as those lakes. There's not much water in it at the minute because of all the drought we've had. But when they're full up, the dogs can go there for a swim. It's like a little mini beach as well on it. Car park's free if you actually buy something in the cafe. Oh, this is the memorial for the glider that crashed. That's it, just on the right hand side. There's a couple other memorials. It's quite good if you can see the shadows of the drones coming up just on the left hand side. There's one on the right hand side as well. But you got Ukraine flag at the minute on the right hand side and the British flag on the left. And this is the runway, control tower just on the left. It's quite a good picture for a Mini 3 Pro at this time of night, so it is. It's actually darker than it looks, because I thought, how am I getting back to my car in the dark? Yeah, the two lakes are just going to be here on the left hand side. Just coming into picture now. You can see where the water would have normally been. But there's all sorts of places around here. Footpaths everywhere. You can walk into the woods, take your dog in there for a ramble. See people up here on bicycles, running, horses, everything. I think the gate closes at 8 o'clock in the evening, but there's loads of car parking spaces all around it. Yes, I would show you the video. I did a little video of me from the phone walking back to my car. So I had to walk all along that footpath on the right, all the way through those trees where the lights are. I think I probably walked about 4 miles last night when I did this footage. But it won't do any harm. I need the exercise. About to see a little man down there. He's going to hold his hand out and say, please come back, drone. It really was dark. I would have liked the drone camera to stay facing down the whole time, but as it got down, it automatically raises straight up. So that's all for now, folks. Have a good day.